من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا فعلمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. Welcome everyone, and this is going to be a 1-hour session with our marriage coach and the counselor, Sharifa Namsisi. People have been waiting for you, and I see you now. It's nice that you're here. And Sophia is asking if she could join, and I'm saying she could. Members, this is Sharifa Namsisi. We're going to be discussing a very important topic here from our expert. The topic is, how do we maintain, how do we keep the love alive in and after Ramadan? It's very important. You know, there is a video I made, I don't know if it's out already or not, but the team has it. And I was like, living a life and being alive are two different things. So are we living a life? Are you sure you're living a life, or you're just alive, waiting for the day you will stop to be alive? So ladies and gentlemen, Sharifa Namsisi, and the floor is yours. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sharaf, thank you so much for inviting me again. I'm truly honored to be amongst all of you here, sharing my knowledge, learning from you too, because some people ask questions and I also, learn from there. So I'm really happy to be here again. And I love that topic. I love the topic that we came up with this Ramadan, marital bliss in and after Ramadan, or keeping your love alive in and after Ramadan. I don't know if I should start.
Yeah, I mean, we've already started.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
So usually, I always tell my clients, if you want to get to the root cause of the problem, go back. Okay? I know you're tired of listening to this question, but it is going to take me back to, do you like you? If you met you, would you love you? It always takes us back there. So before we go to Ramadan, the day before Ramadan, those few days before Ramadan, the few months, the few weeks before Ramadan, how are you behaving towards your spouse? Okay? And now that we are in Ramadan, how are you behaving towards your spouse? Okay? And after Ramadan, how are you planning to continue behaving towards your spouse? Okay, this is how we live. Really, in marriage, this is how we grow as partners and as individuals. So let's first take a few minutes to all go back to who we were, how we were behaving before Ramadan. Buli omu yeekube mu ttooki yeewulirire, ekirungi tuli mu kisiibo awo temugenda kulimba kuba ffenna tutya okulimba mu kisiibo for some reason. So buli omu addeyo yeebuuze, mu Ramadan nga tennatuuka mbadde neeyisa ntya? Omwenzi ki ky'obadde okola? Basayidi ki obadde oyinayo bameka? Omukyala bupanado obadde oyinayo bumeka? Omanyi ffe abakyala tubuyita bupanado, tetunafunayo nickname yaabwe nga mwe mutuyita abasayidi ki. For us, we don't have a nickname for you yet. Tubayita bapanado. Obadde oyinayo bameka?
Panado is enough of a nickname. What do you call that?
We want one that can rhyme with side chick,
I mean, that's the Panado. I mean, I don't know. Why did you even come up with such a name? Why is it Panado?
Well, because I'm not that kind of counselor, or I am not that kind of friend that would advise a woman. Kubanga wekyava nti omuntu yagendanga okufuna advice, usually from a friend oba awasenga oba awa counselor, n'amugamba nti omusajja waba kuwa stress gwe teweemenya naye funayo ka Panado. So like aliwo okutujjako eno stress y'obufumbo, omusajja n'omutwe nga gamba funayo ka Panado. So that is where it came from. Side chick. I don't even know how it relates, but
I think the women who named themselves a side chick. I don't
why
think
would I want? Why would a woman want to call themselves a side chick?
no
It's
the
demeaning.
ones the main what chicks I don't know.
Side
Yeah,
chick.
Mama side chick. I don't think it was a male initiative.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Now
So
it makes sense.
you have both actually, Sister Sharifa. You have the Panado and you have the
Yes, we
side.
do. Yeah, saagala kwekubira side emu ngambe nti abasajja be benda bokka be balina ba side chick. No, they are also naffe abakyala oluusi munaye tukola ki tubeeramu n'emize gyaffe ne tufunayo bu panado. So I will not sijja kwogera ku baami bokka. It will not be fair. So moving forward, mbadde njogera ku baami abalinayo bu side chick before Ramadan. Essaawa eno njagala okukulayirira nti baatuteeka ku pause. Era akubuulirirawo enkya ekisiibo kitandika. Don't call, do not text. N'ennaku omukaaga ezo ozimanyi eziddako nga tumaze okusiiba baziyita sitati tonkubira simu. Okay, tubayina n'abakyala nga nabo bagamba zipando zaabwe. They know they cannot even make that mistake. So this is who we were before Ramadan, right? Omusajja omufumbo, omukyala omufumbo. Mu Ramadan n'olaba nga omusajja ali committed, ng'omukyala ali committed to being the best version of themselves, because this is what Ramadan is mostly all about, you know, self-reflection. Omuntu n'agamba nti nina edduwa zange naziwandiika nti simanyi edduwa zaffe ziri different, but for me it is always to be a better person, a better mother, a better friend, a better sister, a better wife, a better counselor. Nze mu buli dduwa yange nsabanga nnyo Allah anfuule okuba nga ndi better than what I am, because okusoma tekuggwaayo, you know, okuyiga tekuggwaayo, ate omuntu atayagala kukula abeera mu kifo kimu, abeera stuck. So tufunye abantu abali lucky nti mu dduwa zaabwe ekyo mwekiri, oli n'agamba nti I want to be a better wife. But for me to be a better wife, nkimanyi kapanado kalina okukola ki, kalina okugenda, if that is the biggest block in your marriage. N'osanga omwami n'agamba wabula guno omwezi olaba maze ennaku 36 siraba side chick ono, meaning I can do away with her, I can live without her. Ngenda gezaako nnyo okulaba nga ekizibu we kiggwa, I maintain this kind of lifestyle. Okusooka okuteekawo kapoozi ako, that is one of the reason why this topic was brought up. You know, you want to keep your love alive in Ramadan, and after Ramadan you're going to have to let some of your bad manners go. Kubanga we tuddayo ne twebuuza why our marriages are failing, ne twebuuza why we have issues in our marriages, kigenda kuzzaayo ku buli omu kwekuba mu torch. Gwe ng'omukyala weekube mu torch. Kiki obadde okola before Ramadan? Ekibadde kireese omusajja okulaba nga bannaye omukazi anfukidde ekizibu, abamu batutuma sheitaani, omukazi alinga sheitaani. Weebuuze, what have I been doing? Omusajja oba osobola communicate omubuuze, Haji kiki kyenkola mu buli kyowulira ng'oyagala nkyuseemu, era ajja kugamba oli muyombi nnyo, naye mukazi gwe okola bw'oti, naye okola bw'oti. Kati awo buli omu waatandikira, because nobody wants to be in a relationship nga liringa komera. Honestly, tebakikulimbanga. Many of us twegumya tugamba nze I checked out, omusajja mulaba bulabi. But what kind of marriage is that? Omusajja mulaba bulabi, nze mama abaana naye mulaba bulabi, ewaka ntwalayo tulo. What kind of marriage is that? Honestly, nga mu kisiibo temuleeta tulo, you know. Omukyala ng'omusajja mu kisiibo tomulaba bulabi, ofaayo, okimanyi agenda kujja n'emikwano awo ku ifutaro n'oyambala ka sharia n'osiba akakaaya ne weefuuyira n'obeera nga wenna oli smart. If you really omusajja omulaba bulabi tokyafaayo, nga mu kisiibo okyusaamu, because honestly buli omu ajja kugamba nti mu kisiibo you will see people change. Ne gw'obadde tomanyi nti musiraamu omutegeerera mu kisiibo n'ogamba nti oyo omukyala bulijjo musiraamu. Why? Allah yatuwa omukisa that this is the 1 month in the year buli kimu buli omu waagezaako okukola ki, okwetereeza. And I would love to emphasize that we can take advantage of that. Kijja tuyamba nnyo mu bufumbo. So I call this fixing your marriage by fixing yourself. It all starts with you, gwe ng'omuntu. So if you improve who you are as a man, if you improve who you are as a woman, and how you show up as a wife, and how you show up as a husband, you're naturally going to produce a better marriage. There are no quick fixes. Tetugenda kukola magic. Tetugenda kubyogerako as if we can do magic and things change. No. It is about you changing who you are. So if we have been in destructive behaviors, destructive patterns before Ramadan, yes, yesterday I got somebody who said Shaitani bazisibye. Then I didn't get a chance to say this, but kuna kurenkomerero she ashafo ja kunyambako verse ojentereko mu Luwarabu, Shaitani egenda twegana. Right? Ejagamba, all I did was whisper. Ate nga wetutunulira mu butuufu toyinza gamba nti Shaitani yakutte ku mukolo n'ekutwala mu loogi n'ekugjamu engoye. Nope. It was a choice you made. It was all you. Yes, it whispered, but what led to the act is a choice that you made. So tetujja kwekwasa Shaitani yokka. Alhamdulillah, yes, eri nsibe mu Ramadan. That is why you see people trying to better themselves. Then Ramadan weggwa twakikwata nti tukozesa nnyo excuse eyo anti kati Shaitani bazisumuludde ate kati muneyagala nkole ki bazisumuludde. But bazisumuludde, are you going to use this excuse to justify why you do what you do? For how long? For how long can you use the excuse? Yes, please.
Sister Sharifa, that is Surah Ibrahim.
Yes, please.
Verse 22. For those who want to follow it up.
Thank you so much. Yes, you heard him. And maybe you can learn about it in detail. But yes, like I was saying, twagala nnyo okubeera ne excuses is justifying why we do the things we do. Okay? So wano mu kisiibo olaba nga people get together. N'omuntu abadde takolagana na munne olaba nga bagezaako. Naye we twattawo tetuli mu kisiibo, omusajja omubuuza lwaki wakuddayo leeta? Zimamu abaana nze yantama yantuuka wano mpira njagala musesema. Agamba okay. Lwaki tomuleka n'agenda? She's still in your house. Ate mu kisiibo oyo yakutama ng'akutuuse wano mu kisiibo papa making sure nti by 6:30 oli waka musibulukuke mwenna yoyo yakutama. Njagala tulabe nti most of these things are excuses that we just tell ourselves to justify why we are doing what we are doing. Naye nga amazima amatuufu, people can actually live together peacefully. You just have to make that choice. You just have to make that change. You just have to go ahead and say, now I am going to try. Naye tukikola. Excuse ya Shaitani okubanga bazitadde bangi mbawuliranga bagikozesa ngagamba mu Ramadhan mubuuze nali ntya mu Ramadhan mubuuze hajja tinakolanga ntya mu Ramadhan bagambe babuulire. So ogenda kuŋŋamba nti for the next 11 months munno ogenda mukuluusanya munno ogenda muyisa bubi ogenda mulyazaamanya just because your excuse is Shaitani bazitadde. Banaye tubeere, let's be honest with ourselves. Mbadde njagalanga nnyo every time I get a chance to talk to people to emphasize the weight of the word marriage is half of your din. I want to emphasize that. Ndoza tukizanyisa. Imagine okubeera ku 100% Allah n'akugamba nti woofumbirwa oba woowasa, half of that is sorted. Naye si kukyogera bwogezi n'ogamba mbu it is sorted nti tukoze nika ayambadde empeta simanya mwadde maliza kati I fulfilled half of my din bas kalas katudde ku kirala. No, this is not what it means. You are not to oppress your partner. I don't know why we don't pay attention to this. Omubaka yakikolanga atya. We've all had stories. Kind of twagala byogerako nnyo because our egos are so big for abaami. Wewulira nti omubaka mu nnyumba he was always helping out ng'ogamba who has the time? Nze ngende waka simanya njere ani naawe nga mama Sabra wali sisobola. But this is the example Allah gave us, the best example that we have in Islam to follow. So if you want your half of your din to be fulfilled, you have the best example to look at. Abami, please, I am begging you, tusome nnyo ku ngeri omubaka gye yayisangamu omukyala we. Abakyala be, kino kigenda kutusomesa bingi nnyo on how to handle our wives. Abakyala, tusome nnyo ku ddiini kye tugamba on how to treat our spouses. Kigenda kutuyamba nnyo on how to treat our husbands. We are not supposed to only do these things in Ramadan. Yes, we work, we have children, we have lives, okay, outside our marriage. But also that cannot be an excuse for us to, okusuulirira abaami, okusuulirira abafumbo. You'll hear men complaining, nze emmere ndya ya mukozi yokka. Nandyagadde okulya ku y'omukyala naye munnange akomawo akooye, akomawo leeti. Omukyala n'omubuuza nti oyinza kufunayo lunaku keeba essande munno n'omufumbira ku mmere nti simanya bagitani feminism. Yes, everyone has an excuse. Everyone has an excuse to justify why they do what they do, and this is not okay. If you want your marriage eberenga etuukirira mu butuufu nga mwenna bawa essanyu, there are certain things that we have to change. Abami, Ramadan is a good month to make or break a habit. Abakyala, I will say the same thing. This is the best month. Weebuuza olaba mmaze ennaku asatu nga siboggoledde ku taata w'abaana, manyi ffe twamanyira okwogerera waggulu. That means I can do it for the rest of the other months. Omwami n'omala ennaku asatu, you've not even felt the need okulaba side chick. Mu butuufu nga n'okumulowoozaako tekikusala mu mutwe. All you're thinking about mirimu gyo, wakati tugenda kulya ki, omukyala nteekayo saa mmeka, nga bye bikuli ku bwongo, dhikri delonso myezi aya mmeka nga kye kikuli ku mutwe. I'm sorry?
Side chick tuli baakufa.
I am emphasizing this because I think this is one of the biggest issues we have. It's one of the biggest issues we have in marriage. Yes? Beside chick, batufukidde ba side chick ife abewaka. Never panado, bafukidde ba haji panado abewaka. And this is something people don't want to talk about, but the women are also cheating. So a side chick bansonyiwe, but this is something that has to go. Omwami omusiraamu eddiini erina weekukkiririza woba osobola okubeera fair with both your ladies. Yes? Woba osobola okubeera fair with both of them. Side chick mutongoze. Yes? Mutongoze. I don't see why obeera nga eddiini wekenyini weeryaza amanyi omwoyo go. I'm sure we all know what Allah tells us about our sins. That osanga riziki yo eruddeyo lwa kibi ekyo ky'okola ki ky'obeeramu ng'ogaana okukibaamu. Ate Allah n'atugamba mu Quran nti Allah will not change our situation until we change what is within ourselves. So oba owulira ng'olinamu ebyagala okukyuka, era again we go back to the same question. Weekubemu tooki mu mutima, wa wennina okukyusaamu, wa wennina okutereezaamu. I'm a marriage counselor, so I'm going to just focus on marriage, how you are treating your spouse. And the biggest issue is side chick and panado. Mwami Ashraf onansonyiwa naye ekyo sijja kivaako. Yes. So
let me say something about the shaitan, okugisumulula, okugisiba, okugikola ki. I think we're missing out the whole point. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala gyagezako tukoera nga asibye shaitan is to break the pattern. Shaitan abantu balina okutegeera ekola etya. It is very, shaitan is a behavior expert. So ekuzimbira pattern of behavior okumala emyezi 11. Niba bagisibye wekanga ngo abantu abamu mu Ramadhan bakyakola the same wrong thing. Kati Allah kuwayo 1 month, 30 days strong spiritually and whatever, ogezeko breaking that cycle. And many people manage to do that. Nenga bwomanyi ebaya baba kata shaitani wali webalinga nana kutuuka mu njuye. Ngoli agezaako nga it is so tempting to go back. Kati abantu bategeere that Ramadan is about breaking the cycle or the pattern of behavior. Shaitani gyezimbidde 11 years, and the good thing, 30 days abamanyi bazoogerako nga 40 days. Yusuf Musa ze yasaba wanti atandika okubaako byakola. So the 40 days matter, and now you have 30 days plus seated. These are days that should be enough for you to break a particular pattern. Kati abantu tutegere shaitan bagitadde, no, it is you going back to your old behaviors. Shaitan doesn't need to come to you again, but it had already aliyasimba daki ebizibu byayo. So I wanted to explain that, and people should not give it as an excuse to do wrong.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sheikh Ashraf. I will just continue from there. Ramadan. Yeah, no,
Don't
Ramadan.
salute the angry, man. You have to
No, no,
continue.
no.
You enjoy
No,
it.
right. No, Ramadan, we've been really lucky, we as Muslims, that we have this time to honestly self-reflect. These 30 days where somebody refocuses, they review, they realign themselves, to their life's ultimate purpose. Kubanga buli muntu mwezi gunagezaako kusanyusa Allah. Buli omu abeera onagamba, this is my time to self-realize, self-actualize, to self-love. I am going to try my best. Guno omwezi ogujja, Allah onaba onsaasidde njagala onzigye kugeya, njagala onzigye ku kino. Buli omu guno omwezi bw'afunira ekyokusaba n'agamba, I need to do better, I need to be better. And like you said, this is a choice that we all have to make. So mu bufumbo, this just takes us back to our behaviors. Mu kisiibo muno, I'm sure we all see a change in our partners. Omukazi eyamanyira bbaawe okukuba ekijji ng'ayingira, salamu alaikum, walaikum salam, owemereriwa, ng'oli yamanyira omusajja abogoka buboggozi, wamulaba nga ayingidde ku futaali, haja tubafumbye eki, salamu alaikum, mashallah kawoowo. Omukazi naye yeewuunya, naye amala kujjukira nti mpozi tuli mu kisiibo. Nawe yanga namanyi gamugwamu, thinking that after those 36 days, haja agenda kuddamu akuba ekijji. That alone. So if we want to continue with this marital bliss even after Ramadan, please make the choice right now to change. It is all you have to do. That is like the first step you can take. Nogamba nti nsazeewo. I have enjoyed Ramadan so much. Emmere mbadde njira ne family n'abaana bange, tusala ffenna, mashallah, it's been a beautiful month. And I want this to continue. That is where it all begins. That is all you need to do. Kusala won't kino kola. The essence of Ramadan is to connect. Connect with your Lord. Connect with your inner self. Connect with your family. This is the only time we have. Gwe mukisa gwe tulina kyobola banga Allah kiteekako nnyo essira. Naye those of us who are unlucky, ng'era Ashraf wagambye, omwezi gutuyitako. Bangi bojjolaba nga musiraamu era nga life is going on as before. Nga yabadde akola nga si mu kisiibo era ne mu kisiibo abikoleramu. So really, this is a choice that you just have to make. We are still human beings and Allah created man weak. We know. Olulimi lukuzitowerero, biting your tongue is hard. Luso yagala okugeya, luso yagala okuvuma. Neweekumako n'ogamba, oh subhanallah, ekisiibo kyange. Yandegadde okwira n'ogamba, ndi mu kisiibo kyange, this is it, I have to make sure this goes well. Why can't we do the same even after Ramadan? Why? Kubanga, all you need is for you to control yourself. That is all you need. Why don't you do this? Why don't you change? Why don't you do better? Why don't you be better for you, for your partner, for your children? Yes? Again, tulekerawo okutwala obufumbo as if it is a joke. As if it is a joke. Owasa omwana wa munno, ofumbirwa omwana wa munno, ne mudda ewaka, subhanallah. I don't know, because it pains me to actually see people who are together but apart. Oli n'ayingira ennyumba, munne naye n'ayingira ennyumba, buli omu nadda ku bibyo. Alaba TV n'alaba TV, owa telemundu n'alaba telemundu, agenda ku ssimu nadda ku ssimu, buli omu n'akola ebibyo. Nga tekibaluma nako. Nadda ku ssimu n'ayogera n'omusajja omulala, munne ali wali, nadda ku ssimu n'ayogera n'omukazi omulala, mukyala we ali wali, naye nga gwe mutwe gwo gamba nze na fulfilling half of the deal nakimala tudde ku kirala. But this is not what they mean. You actually should do right by your partner. There is no other way. So if you want this to continue, what you're enjoying right now in Ramadan, and you want it to continue even after Ramadan, all you have to do is make the choice, make time, and put the effort. And from my experience and several conversations, the biggest reason why we drift apart, in marriage, is because we stop connecting with each other, in our everyday life. And when life gets busy, family conflicts, work obligations, health, loss of balancing friends and marriage, etc. When all that gets in the way, we lose track. It is expected. Naye era omuntu ayagala munne, omuntu ayagala obufumbo bwe agezaako n'alwana. It is not uncommon for married couples to grow apart over the years. It is not. It happens. But if you don't put effort towards staying connected, guess what? Ramadan is here. It is giving us the chance, the opportunity to reconnect. Kuba mu butuufu essaawa eno webuuza omukyala nti wawuliddeko omwami ng'akubira side chick agamba ati asobola ali mu kisiibo tasobola naawe naye mulindeko wali nga Idi ewedde. Actually messages ezinga zitandika ku Idi, side chick nakuweereza ka Idi Mubarak kuba nako kati kategedde Idi egundi kiwedde awo womanyira nti kati ate buli kimu kikoze. But seriously, we can just make the decision to change.
Sister Sharifa watamwa side chick nze nsaba Katonda kuwatireko tulwanyise ba side chick abantu bonna bakuba abantu babasa abana babiri waliwo mukono wana. I wish to transition into some bit of conversation with our audience, but after you make a comment, you wanted to say something.
Who, me? Oh, yeah, no. I wanted to just make it very clear that it is not only side chicks that I have a problem with. Okay, it is what it does to our marriages that I have a problem with. Side chick Osanga, she's climbing her ladder to being a second wife or a third wife. You get it? But it is those ones that are committed to what they are doing to our marriages. Okay, what these men who allow them in, who don't set boundaries, what it is doing to our marriages. So side chicks are gonna because even it's also the husband's fault to think about it. Because side chicks asobola kubeera omusajja waba takikoze eki takitaddemu maanyi. So it is both people to blame. Jobola banga also emphasize omusajja naye alina okwecheckinga. Then n'omukyala nako obuzibu, right? Nako kalinako obuzibu because omukyala mba akakkiriza.
Let us take a hand from Latifa.
Yes, please.
We have I understand we have to let you go in a few minutes. But yes, I need to first of all listen to these people. Latifa and Zulaikha, you have your hands up. Latifa, you can talk to the coach.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Sharifa, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Simaina chakugamba, but I really enjoy your words. Nkwegomba omanyi bulijjo nonyanga omukazi, a real woman. Share from like twalimu sessions ezimu zetubeera nazo nambuuza otegeeza ki by a real woman. Share Sister Sharifa, she's a real woman I was talking about. Okay.
Oh my God.
My question is,
yes, please.
Sister Sharifa, nyambo nyinyonyole kuba nze kino kintu kati mpulira nga nze kennyini kimalako emirembe buli akyogerako antiisa. Like omusajja agenze okujja gyendi nga njagala nga ayagala kubeera nange like asudde ego ye wansi najja neŋŋanga ŋŋamba, you know what Latifa, njagala kubeera naawe mu bufumbo. Nange ngenza omukkiriza nga ndabira ddala like nange nga mwagala, of course ngenda sobola. Kale eyo love ebeera wakati waffe. Lwaki etuuka akaseera neggwaawo ne tutuuka n'akaseera ak'okuyombagana like buli omu n'alumya munne like n'atuuka ne tutuuka n'akaseera ak'okulwana. Lwaki eno love ky'ogamba tesobola kuwangaala forever and ever nga lwaki lwaki
Latifa tofa yatokutegeeza ogenda kukaabira wano gwe nkumanyi. Love yo gisabe mu Ramadhan, Allah jaji. Let us give a chance to Coach Sharifa to say something about that.
Latifa, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, Latifa, thank you for the sweet words you've just said, the compliments. Thank you. And this is an example. Abami, you see how this made me feel? Take away. Abachala, Latifa, do the same for your husband. we're still talking about how to keep the love alive in our relationships. Nga wompanye ne haji kansubire naye woti woli muwana oba woti wo muwana nomga mashallah na nonyanga real man nga simulaba naye namufuna. You're the perfect example. This is another way to keep the love alive. So I'm glad we have a perfect example right here. But to answer your question, Latifa, from what I have studied is, even from experience, every relationship has what they call a honeymoon phase, right? And it usually depends, it usually lasts between 6 to 2 or even 3 years. It depends on the couple. Nainga, this is a reality. Every good thing, chibako we chituka, kachibachi. Either it's becoming a stagnant, boring, routine, or it is the nature of life. And the reason why this honeymoon phase cannot last is because there are things that happen in between. Yes, when we've just gotten married, package sere echo wetuwangalira myaka egyo ebiri esatu. Number one, twogere ku baana. Abalina abaana ndooza kino mukimanyi. There is a way those children, yes, I know they call them a blessing, but there is a way they can put a strain on your relationship. Gwe omuntu abadde spending your time with your husband from morning till evening. Kati omwana akiyingiddemu, right? Omanya nti ku ssaawa 12 ate omwana alina okwebaka, alina okulya, simanyi okumunaaza. Obudde buli bw'obadde olina with your partner ne butandika okukola ki? Okendeera. That is one of the reasons. Number 2, routine. Abakyala tulina omuze gwa routine. N'abaami, actually both of us. Things start to become boring. Right? Ekyo nakyo ne kitta honeymoon phase yaffe. Lulwe tuba twakafumbirigana, we try new things, we are dating, abasajja bakyatuwaana. Obamanyi, nammwe abakyala, oluusi bwe tuba in those first few years. But time goes, omukazi oluusi, she's tired from work. Togenda kutandika munyumiza ebyombo kati omusajja tandika simanya flirt with your husband, simanya continue dating. Nga n'obudde obwo tebakyabuyina. So many things happen in between, financial issues, oluusi tulina sexual issues. So many things can happen that kill our honeymoon phase. And Latifa, the closest answer that I can give you to what you want to hear is, we can fall in love back again. It is very possible. Yes, it might not be the way it was before. Kuba luli omuntu yatambulanga ne bbaawe ne basula ku makubo, simanya we are going for a road trip. Kati tokyasobola bikola olina abaana. Naye waliwo abagamba nti wadde nina omwana tagenda kunnemesa bulamu. N'amutwala ewa jjajja. Nagamba omwami, this weekend we are going out. Nze abaana tebagenda kunziza mabega. Abo nabo gye bali. So we can fall back in love again, but how can we do that? It takes us back to making an effort. Number 2, making that choice to tell yourself, I am going to start dating my wife again. I'm going to start dating my husband again. Tuddemu twekwana bupya. Latifa ojjukira bu message owo abasajja batuweerezanga nga batukwana. Hi beautiful. Sebo wemala ofumbirigana ne muzaala abaana basatu akuyita by your name. Mama Gundi, Mama Rani, storage, simanya biki, salamu alaikum. Biri byonna ne bigenda nga bigo.
Oba ofuuse ekyo oba okulaakulanye ate oyagala kuyita mwana mpozise.
Here's the thing, Ashraf, bye bino byennyini ebireeta obuzibu bw'obufumbo bwaffe. Mwerabira.
Mungu yakuwadde ekibira ky'omwana kati tukugraduating n'ofuuka Mama Gundi. Ekyo kye bayita
my children, no. My children do not define me. Osobola okuba n'abaana and I still remain Sharif and Namusisi, your sweetheart, right? Lwaki oba onzijako ekya sweetheart, ekya baby, n'onkazaako Mama Rani.
Mama w'abaana, it's okay, sweetheart, Mama w'abaana.
Sagala kumpita Mama w'abaana. I know I'm already. Ate mu bituyita nnyo nga muli ne ba side chick. Noga Mama w'abaana ati naye amalako emirembe. Kati omuwala oli n'omubona impression nti waleka yamukoowa amuyita na Mama w'abaana. Toyinza sanga omusajja agamba side chick nti my baby at home, she stresses me. Wapi? Ebyo mutukazaako. But this is a clear example, Latifa. What the dialogue between me and Shea Ashraf is the example.
Nammwe sister Sharifa bwe muzaala abaana mutulaganya nti muli baana ba maama, mwana yaliko. Koffe nammwe ba mama b'abaana. I think you should talk about that as well. Akazi nabo bakyesaako nnyo mu nju naffe tukibayita.
Well, again, it depends on different people. I have seen people who have children, nenga those kids are not going to ruin their relationship. Natagenda kuchira banti, oh my God, I have children now, I'm going to abandon my wifely duties. No. Ngodi agenda kulaga nti, yes, I'll be a mother, but I am also going to be present as a wife. I am going to be a dad, but I'm also going to be present as a husband. Latifa, This is the closest answer that I can give to what you want to hear. Honeymoon phase ejja kuggwawo at some point. It is realistic, and it is unrealistic for you to expect it to last forever. Tuli bantu bontu, right? Feelings change, emotions change, tukyuka. Kiringa wonabeera ku makya ng'oli musanyufu, then in between the day n'owulira nga you're not happy, something is off. This is exactly how relationships are. But the best thing you can do for your marriage is to not allow it to become stale. Temukkiriza. Wobanga gwe ne bbaawo you're on the same page and you're willing to fight for your relationship. Let's use this Ramadan as an example. Many of us have reconnected. Nze kati eswala siyinza kugisala ng'omwami taliiwo. Unlike before, aba mirimu. This is a good chance for us. N'ogamba katulaba tukikoze guno omwezi tugende nakyo mu maaso. Awo n'otandikirawo. Gy'olaba obadde okomawo ewaka by saa 12 ekyeggulo ne tukirya ffenna. Mbadde nsaba tweyongere mu maaso na kino. Nti Hajjati, olaba banne obadde okuwaka n'ogezaako n'ofumba n'oba ofumbye ekyayi yekka omukozi n'akuyambako ku birala. Mbadde nsaba ogende mu maaso nakyo. It brings about connection. It strengthens the bond, right? This is what you can do to continue with this honeymoon phase. It might not be the way it was in the beginning, but you can try. You just make the choice, the effort. N'ogamba, I am going to continue dating my husband. Obeera awo omusajja ali mirimu n'omuweereza ka messages n'omugamba success storage. Omusajja abadde anyiza olaba nga wallahi abwatuse na you know, those are the things that keep the marriage going, right?
Sharifa, I think gwe Panado mwennyini. The other Panado is not real. This is real. Please, I wish to take another hand so you can respond, yes, because I see people are raising their hands quite much. Let me see. Yes, Zulaikha. Then I'll come to Aisha, then Nahia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Sharifa, Allah kusimi.
Allahumma amin mukwano.
Ntala kusimi. Naye ekisooka I think singa obanga okkiriza nali kwetazeko WhatsApp yange nsaba Sheikh Ashraf
toze wano like kukyokooza wano. You ask your
Sheikh Ashraf lwaki onyingira
ojja kubeeri
nekirala Sharifa
no worries. Like, what is your
Inshallah. I have a friend. Siri muntu nti ndi counselor nga gwe. Naye I get some people abajja ne bambuuza ku nsonga z'obufumba ndaye mbawa kale byensubira nga nze omuntu ebandwadde birungi tho nange siimanyi. But a friend of mine bambi yajjanga alinga she has been married for just 1.5 years. Nenga she feels like she wants to give back at the mahar abiveemu. I think that she loves the husband. Nengo sajja tamuwa attention. Taddawo nti byamugamba nga mukutandika si byamugamba tamuwa budde. Ate just 1.5 years. That ebbanga eryo too short for that. Nga yeebuuza akola ati. Achite ayongera okuba nti alwanako kinatuuka mu maaso ne kigira ne kirongooka oba. Kugamba nga tuli awo n'amagezi gambula kuba nange kyansukako kuba ogwo omwaka ogumu omuntu aba era nga akusiza kwagala omwaka ogumu mutono. Gambe nakirisa kimu ku break nenga nama especially nga kyezekiro omusajja kwagala ne within 1 year. 1 year nabanga akukoye tagana nakwogera naawe kiva kuki. So ensonga lwaki ngambe tuba tujja kwogera nnyo inshallah.
Thank you, Zulaikha, for that question. I don't know what we should do, Coach Sharifa. Should we take all the hands, like all people at one? Okay.
Yes, please. We can take all of them.
Okay. That was Zulaikha. Aisha. There is someone on Facebook, by the way, Mariam. Agambye Sister Sharifa ondetedde okwegomba okusaba Allah obufumbo. N'omulala bamuyita Shatra agambye wallahi nange I need Sister Sharifa. I guess Sister Sharifa abaawo wano mu archives za Soul Cocktail. And she's going to give us our details. Let's fix it and all the pages. You should feel free to reach out. She's a professional counselor and a life coach. Aisha, what is your question? Aisha, are you there? Okay, I think Aisha would call Jamula, but let us go to Nahia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister Sharifa, thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Kwagala nnyo mukwano.
Oh, mashallah. Nkwagala nnyo mukwano. I hope to get to meet you all and get to know you all, inshallah.
Inshallah. All right. Nzamba kibuuzo kyange kyembuuza.
Yes, please.
Anyway, kinnumya omutwe. Like, abantu abasinga bakyogera nnyo and kikale kankireete kigamba nti abantu abasinga kale bagamba nti omukyala omukazi ekitonde ekikazi tekirina right yeeyogerera oba kugamba musajja nti nkwagala, right? Wekite weekiri naye nze kale kirina engeri gye kinnumyamu omutwe ngamba lwaki ekitonde ekikazi tekirina kugamba musajja like nti nkwagala, musajja alina right eyo okukyogera okumugamba nti munaye kiriwo ekiti ne wekiti. Lwaki bakyogera nnyo we batyo nti omukazi talina right eyo? Lwaki kiri bwekityo? Nsaba kuntangazaamuko kozi nze mpulira kale tekitebenkeza.
Kyogere tukimanyi lwaki. Thank you, Aisha, for the question. Let us go ahead and listen to Nahia, please. Tulina dakika 9 minutes before we let the
Shekashako nsanzeeko mbadde nina ebibuuzo byange naye alhamdulillah kale kambireke
olwakadde naye nga sigala waawo nyinza okubbirayo eddakiika ng'emu ku nkomerero okimanyi. Okay then. Nahia?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu Nahia nga sikula.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salaam.
Tonda kubanga ndi ku mulimu naye mumpulira oba?
Tukuwulira.
Wanje?
Tukuwulira.
Banaye, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Banaye mwebale nnyo abapresenti nzizeemu late naye ndaba nga nsubiddwa bingi nnyo. So nze kyembadde njagala waliwo sister abuuziza sister Sharifa nga amugamba lwaki abantu bakyuka leero akwagala ate enkya ne biba nga bikyuka oba omukwano ne gugwawo. Nze kyenyinza ogamba nti in life tewali kintu kiri constant, tewali kintu kibeeraawo nga kiri awo nti kiri awo. Nti nze njagadde omuntu ngenda kubeeraawo nga mwagala lubeerera paka lubeerera nti kiringa kugamba that is the nature of ensi nga Allah we yagitonda nti ensi ekyuka leero obudde ne bukeera wanje
ekowakowamukko byansi
nti obudde nga ebukeera abadde omukulu n'okaddiwa abadde ayonka natandika otambula. So that is the nature of ensi gye tulimu and also naffe ng'abantu nti obadde muto n'okola ki n'okaddiwa. So tewali kintu kiri permanent kiri awo nti kikyuka era ebiseera ebisinga ebintu n'ekibanga ddala tokiraba nti there is something that is happening ekigenda maaso but era munda nti osobola okuteekaawo ekimera ogenda okulaba with time ne kikyuka ne kivunda. So that basically that is life. Naye nga abantu nga Sister Sharifa wayogedde you can kibanga kuzaamu nti you can always water or your relationship ne mugizaamu ingredients ne mwongeramu you keep on kuongera basing on the challenges oba changes eziba zizeewo. For example nti tubadde toyagala tubadde like me and my husband then wazeewo omwana, what are we going to do okuba nti tuwangaala peacefully mu bufumbo bwaffe nga waliwo essanyu ng'eryabafumbo ng'ate n'omwana tumufaako because obuvunaanyizibwa buli bweyongerako. That means mwe you have to adjust. Nti omukwano gukendedde tugenda kola ki tuddemu nti oba tuwulira twagala tuddayo nga mu honeymoon phase eyi gye twalimu, what are we supposed to do okuba nti tuboostinga our relationship yaffe okuba nti eddayo kweyo stage. Naye ekyo nga nkimaliriza, ekintu ekisinga kye tutalina kwerabira nti change. Most people they try to resist change. Nti enkyukakyuka egenda kujjawo, abantu ne mugezaako nnyo okuba nti toyagala enkyukakyuka eyo ebeewo naye ng'ate ebaddewo. For example, abantu batuuka ne bafuna abaana naye ng'ate babeere nga baagala kweyisa mu ngeri eri ng'ey'abantu abatalina baana. Nti buli we mubeera nga mu resistinga change, ebintu biba tebigenda kukwatagana bulungi. But if anything comes up, if a change comes up, mulina okutuula mwe ng'abafumbo. Okay, now we have kids. How are we going to survive? Nga tulina abaana baffe nga we cater for that, we take care of our kids as parents. At the same time, ne tuba nga tusigaza eno gundi yaffe gye tubaddewo as partners. Because in most cases, abaami n'abakyala, abaami abasinga babegezaako nnyo okuba nti tebaagala ku getting into the responsibilities of raising kids. Omwami abeera ye tayagala kuwulira nti omwana kati nga waliwo akoze comment nti omwami n'omukuba omwana. It is not kumukuba mwana, but you have to sit down as partners ne mubanga mukikwasaganya, because truth be told omwana waali, and if mwena obuvunanyizibwa mubwejjako because you don't want to grow, you still want to provide as much time as you used to provide to your partner ng'omwana tannajja, then issues are going to come up. Either omwana tagenda kubeera catered for oba muntu omu agenda kubeera catered for. So it has to be kugamina kwataganyira wamu ne mubanga you provide as parents for omwana ate na mu relationship nebeera nga tefa. So when it comes to change, whenever ekintu kasita kijja kyongerako, mubadde n'omwana omu kati bafuuse babiri kati bafuuse basatu, you still have to go back. I can call it a drawing board. Ne mugamba okay, katuyenda kikwasaganya bitya, because it is not the same. You would want to be a parent, at the same time you would want to be a good wife or a perfect wife and a perfect husband. Example jengendo sembya yene ya COVID, nti when COVID hit, abantu aba resistinga this COVID okukyusa mu structure zaabwe nenge gye badde bakwataganyamu ebintu, you're going to be blown away. Like mugenda kubanga system mugivaamu, kubanga kola mu business yammwe ebigenda kubeera ki, nti enkyukakyuka buli wejja tulina we have to assess ourselves ne tulaba engeri gye tugikwasaganyamu, then life moves on. Thank you, Kankomao. I'll cut the tetwina, but I want to thank everyone. Mwena, ne sister who?
Sharifa. Sister
Sharifa. Yeah, ebisinga mbi missing the mbadde nakayingira, but alhamdulillah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nadia. Let us take just one hand. From Sabra, and then we shall give a good counselor time to respond, and then that will be
Thank you. Sure. I have a question for Sister Sharifa. Yesterday, Ramadan, today, they're married, and most of them were. They made a statement. Yeah, they funny. Women, we feed off drama. If there is no drama, relationship, what would it actually? Personally, I would refer to that being toxic for the relationship. So because the feeding off drama, because he's so good to you. Why didn't you do this? Or why are you not doing this? Why are you doing this so good? So why do we feed off that drama? How can we get rid of that toxic mentality more marriages? Thank you.
You're welcome, Sabra.
That is Sabra. She always comes around, and I don't know where she gets her questions. Thank you very much for that. Now, yes, Sister Sharifa, you can go ahead and respond to that.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you all for your questions. And I think I need to start with Zuleika. she asked first, right? And she asked why twekowa, right? That was her question. And I would like to ask tugende ku scenario gyotwadde ya mukwano gwo who's been only married for a year and a half naye agamba awulira omusajja amukooye. Has she had a chance to talk to the husband about the way things are in the relationship? That is always the number one tip that I give. Tula ne munno mwogereganye. Teri muntu afumbirwa nga yagala obufumbo buleme kumunyumira. Teriyo. There is that hadith that I usually refer to one of the luckiest people. I'm not stating it the way it is, but is he who has a righteous wife. Like omuchala, omulungi, owempisa, yoyo musajja asinga okubanga yeesiimye. And it's just vice versa. Naffe ffennyini abakyala okubeera nga obufumbo bukunyumira olina okubanga Allah akuwadde omusajja omulungi mu nneeyisa mu ngeri gy'akolamu ebintu bye. So for me, that is always the first thing I always ask people. Munno otuddeko naye wansi n'omubuulira what your concerns are. It's only been a year. This is the time for us to enjoy our marriage. So kye kisooka. Waba ayogedde naye, and some men are not vocal, even some women are not vocal, but omusajja, yes, she did, but omusajja amugamba ayogera nnyo, then we have a problem. One, we have a communication problem. Because if I come to you, my husband, nenkugamba nti nina ensonga ABCD, I feel like these days ompisa bwoti tekinsanyusa mbadde njagala okyusemu n'oŋŋamba oyogera nnyo kati ensonga tuba tugenda kuzigonjoola tutya. That is one thing to also think about. We both must be on the same page. Does this gentleman want to work on the marriage as much as the wife does? Kubanga if she's going to be the only one working on the relationship, I am so sorry, amalabudde. You cannot work on a marriage alone. It takes two to tango. Nino kubanga nchagala as much as my husband wants it. So Zuleika, you must give this kind of information to your friend. Omusajja wabanga tali on the same page with her, I won't lie, it's going to be a waste of time. If he doesn't even want to work on the marriage, talabana nsobi eriwo mu bufumbo. Ng'omuwala awulira this burden is, weighing heavy on her alone. There is nothing much she can do. I will tell you, counselor, I can't do magic, because usually how we help couples is we identify the problem and then we come up with strategies on how to work on those problems. He feels like there is nothing to work on. So how can this sister handle this alone? She just cannot. She just cannot. So for that, abantu one, to example, scenario jotuwadde omwami takirimu. I'm definitely going to get tired. It's going to become exhausting for me as a wife. Kuba mba njagala omwami ali emotionally present, physically present. Awo nange mbeera present, awo mukwano ne gunyuma. Naye wabanga agenda kubeera nga he doesn't avail himself emotionally, I will check out. I will definitely check out. So twekoowa ensonga ziba nnyingi, or else we have unrealistic expectations. Nze ne nnyingira mu bufumbo nga mmanyi nti bino bye mbadde ndaba ku movie, amanyi firimu zaayonoona obufumbo bwaffe. Mbeera awo ne ŋŋamba bba wange atera obbingamba, I know he's online, but I'll just mention it. When I make those comments of, I want this, I want to do this, I want to go, and agamba nti kati gwe firimu zikwonoonye. And most of our men say these things. Movies have set these unrealistic expectations for all of us. Bino ebintu bisobola okukolebwa. Sigamba nti kati waliwo kale, of course, mu mbeera gy'olimu nga toyinza kugenda Dubai. Naye nga tojagala musajja nange njagala ontwaleko e Dubai. Oyagala mugenda Dubai naye ne sente za rent temuziyina. So we have to be a bit realistic on the things that we want to do. So bw'ogamba omuntu nti, honestly speaking, n'ogamba omusajja nandiyagadde tukole ABCD nga naawe olaba tekisoboka, you're setting something unrealistic for your marriage. Tekijja kusoboka. So that is also one of the reasons why twekowa. Oyingira mu bufumbo nga you have this picture of mbadde ndaba couple ABCD ku Instagram. Bakola bino, bakola biri, nange ebyo bye njagala. N'oyingira mu bufumbo nga by'osuubira. So webitajja, you're definitely going to lose it. Yagamba, okay, this is what I expected. Notukanga reality is so hard for you to believe. That's one of the reasons why people bekowa. They come into marriage expecting some things that can't even be delivered. Another reason lwaki abantu bekowa mangu is because marriage is like eringanga litmus paper yekugirayo demons z'omuntu. Bakugamba you can only know somebody if you stay with them, travel with them, or work with them. Awo otegeera omuntu ki ekituufu kyali. We are not bad people. Tulina just empisa mbi. kati omuntu w'omala okumufumbirwa n'olaba obuyisa bw'obubi nga teyabukulaga in the first 2 years of dating or courting you, awo omuntu atategeera kintu kino eky'obufumbo, omuntu atategeera character z'abantu ayinza okukoowerawo. Nagamba nze nali simanyi nti oyo omusajja asobola okumbogolera, nze nali simanyi nti oyo omusajja asobola okukola bw'ati. But then again, I would like to remind you that doesn't make a person a bad person. You know, fenna tuli bantu buntu ate fenna tuli basobya. So it's usually a good thing now webuulirira n'ogamba okay, nange I am so sure nina muwestatereza ng'omuntu. So it would be a good idea for me mbuulire omusajja byakola ebinyigiriza naye ambuulire byenkola ebimunyigiriza, tulwanise emize, not to fight one another. That is another way to approach this. I don't know if I should add on to that more reasons but I heard Shashraf saying we have about 9 minutes, and there is another question that Sabra has just asked, and there was another lady. Was it?
It is your time until you finish these questions.
Oh. Thank you. Yes, so Zulai Kabambi, I cannot understand your friend's story fully, because as a counselor I have to be objective. Kuliza side y'omukyala ne side y'omwami okusala omusango. So I can't really start telling you nti mukwano gwo kiyinza okuba kiri ABCD, awo nja kuba amagezi nga wadde basing on what I have heard from one person. Naye kati naye, Ashraf, I'll go back to that question you're tired of. Ye ng'omuntu yeekubyemu ku tooki n'alaba oba ayina mukyakola ekiyinza okuba nga kyalesewo enkyukakyuka mu bufumbo, n'omwami kennyini aba ayina okwebuuzaamu ye nga ye omwami kikyaleetedde mize ki gyaleetedde okubeera ng'obufumbo bukyukakyuka. So this is where we all start from. We go back to the drawing board, buli omu ne yeekyekkinga. And I would like to say, Zuleika, your friend has a challenge. Omuntu ateebuulirira muntu mubi nnyo, omuntu atalaba nsobiize muntu mubi nnyo ddala mu bufumbo. Kubanga obufumbo tebusobola kubeerawo nga buli one-sided. So it's your friend struggling alone to make this work. But the husband, he checked out a long time ago. So there is nothing much we can do for her. She just has to go back and try to have this conversation with the husband.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Sabra, badda you get the drama something.
Feeding, yes. So, Sister Sabra, I would like to talk about belief patterns. These are things that we've learned in our past, things we've learned growing up, things we have seen, and then we believed that things like these are okay. So that's feeding off drama thing, with so many ladies. Women like to feed off drama, but I personally, I want peace of mind. There is no way my husband is going to come and show me love and I start questioning, all I am supposed to do in that moment is just reciprocate. That I can even show you more love than what you're showing me. As in, for me now, that is what I would do, because I want a happy marriage. I want peace of mind. So, feeding off drama. I want to tell you, my sweetheart, you're a toxic person. You're in an unhealthy relationship. You need to heal. You need help. Because for me, marriage, yes, it's not a bed of roses, but it can be what we want to make it to be. Nze n'omwami wange we tubanga ffenna twagala emirembe, tugenda kwewa emirembe, period. Definitely, this is not the kind of vision I had for my marriage. So for me personally, I want a happy relationship. I want to see in my marriage what I saw growing up with my parents. So there is no way I will feed off drama. There is no way I'm going to start chaos where there is not. There is no way I will say, why would I want that? Why? I want him to come back home, hug me, kiss me, we watch a movie, we have a good time. So whoever feeds off drama, sweethearts, you have a problem, you need help, you need to heal, and you need to be... For a session to
Yeah,
how we can help you.
this session. I know Kurako spiritually,
Yes.
psychologically, in fact, even physically. I don't know if we can carry that person. Anyway,
Yes, so Sister Sabra.
there is just one more question. Ebaddewo okuva ewa Aisha yabadde agamba lwaki bakiteeka lwaki kiriwo ekyo lwaki yetagambako ku basajja lwaki bakikola
I'm sorry, Afra, her comment has killed me. Mbu. She loves drama. Mbu naye muwadde level.
No, Afra's drama. I think we should also explain what drama is. I think Afra is just a funny person. I know her. She's very happy and fun. That is not the kind of drama. The kind of drama Sister Sharifa is talking about. Yetaga mu kiboko.
I know. I'm sorry, Ashraf. I was just taken by her comment. It made me laugh. It was a funny one.
Yeah, so there is a question from Aisha. She said, lwaki kiriwo ekityo lwaki omukyala tagamba ku mwami lwaki, like she's questioning the whole narrative yokuba nti abaami ffe tulina right egamba omukyala bw'ayogera baga tulina right egamba musajja kintu.
Kale, yes, I have heard of that. And again, it will take us back to what I just answered, Sister Sabra, that our belief patterns. Kati, Sister Aisha, this is something that you have grown up maybe hearing, odira abantu bakyogera nnyo, or kiraba abantu bakikola, oyinza obbanga gwe wandyagalidde okwegambira omusajja oli nagamba oyogera otya ekintu bwekino kigamba omusajja omukazi talina kukola bw'atyo era omusajja alina kikola. But I will tell you, my dear, that is all just not true. I am a vocal person. I am the kind of person who will tell a man, or even my husband, or why I need ABCD, because I have come to understand that people are not mind readers, right? And it is very important for us to understand that the things that we used to believe back then, it doesn't have to be that way. You're not hurting anybody if you come out and tell a man how you feel about him. Sheikh Ashraf, you will help me with the story of Hadija radiallahu anha, with her story with the Prophet sallallahu. If I know it right, she initiated their relationship with the Prophet sallallahu. We have an example right there. So the society taina chengamba, basenga tebaina chebangamba. Hiyo example mara, right? Njagenda actually umwami wange kwali kuna, I don't know if he can speak, nze yamwekwanira. He keeps telling me that nze yamwekwanira. So you can't tell me that abantu bajja kungamba mbu, you can't tell a man that when mba nkwagadde ng'ekintu njagala kibeere halal nga nkwagadde empisa zo. Why not? I will come and tell you. And if you're not in the same space as me, fine. Allah ta'ala what you have
I think Sister Sharif, I think women hide.
Why?
Mabega w'ekigambo ekyo nti babajajinga batya. Bajja kukola ki. So there is that insecurity. Ffe abalenzi abasajja tubitandika tuli bato bakugambirawo gw'olina okuyigga. So I think entalo tutandika ozirwana nga tuli bato go balina okugoba go balina okugana. So we get strong. Kati abakyala nga bamanyiire okukola ki. Now akatuuka nalaba omuntu gwayagala n'olyoka ondabira kati mu kifo ky'okufokasinga kumugamba n'ajjukira buli kibajja okulowooza ye yakyerowoozaako. No one is thinking
Banagambachi. That Banagambachi, I think you get me a date ogere kweche chintu cha society, what society is doing to us, these judgments, what people hold, buli omuchi bakimweraliikiriza, and again, belief patterns. Olaba ekyo kyoyogeddeko Sheikh Ashraf ng'omusajja wali trained okuyigga. It's not the same anymore. Naffe abakyala ennaku zino tuyigga. Back in the day.
Oh my God. Sister Sharifa, this has been very interesting. I know I have to let you go because we talked about your time. I understand it is getting to iftar, and as a mom and as a wife who is actually encouraging us to do better in our marriages, you need to do better yourself. But I'm going to ask Sister Sabra Nemeddeko Wananga. Ngenda kuba mutinga, but again I will ask Sister Sharifa okutukolerawo ka recap akatonotono summarizing session yaffe. But instead by tomorrow Sabra ne Aisha, you will close inshallah, and that will be it. Sorry for keeping you longer.
No, it's all right.
Shay, thank you. Sister Sharifa, I wanted to take this opportunity to Kwebaza because through our fiqh class, I was telling women to shoot their shots. But my a beautiful woman over there, no, and I'm so glad that I agree on such a lot of things because they know during that class nabagambanga, please, single, go through at least his friends. Don't let yourself
Never tali single.
No, tali single.
Ashraf, you're shaking tables. Ashraf, I don't like that statement that edini yabata era nsaba mpoyo olunaku onzije
edini yabawa omukisa. That is your right. Ekibaati. I mean, what should I do? I'm just reminding you of your rights.
Mrs. Sabra, thank you so much.
Let us listen to Aisha. Sabra, you're saying something?
I wanted to appreciate that because abachala bana Uganda twina nyo mentality that it's always going to be the man. I think sometimes we're intimidating because of our confidence. So thank you.
Thank you. Aisha?
All right. Nzira mukwebaza Sister Sharifa. Thank you so much. Wabale kuchijirayo ddala ku media wane no wenyini. Because simanyi lwaki abakazi bane oba baba kinze simanyi yes Sheka Shafa gambye nyina gwe njagala okigamba.
Aisha. Wetaaga ofuuke coach acoachinga abakyala okulumba.
Exactly, because abakyala abeetya and balina we batuuka ne bagamba mbu no wenkigamba omusajja nja kuwulikikanga nze omwenzi and a lot mu bingi bye boogera, but I feel like nze singa nze nali musajja anyway, singa omukazi najja naŋŋamba nti you know what naye nkwagala nali tutoya omukyala okubeera nga obanga like anyway nali mutaddeko nnyo amaanyi mangi like okulaba ki avudde ku ky'okukiŋŋamba and a lot more because omukazi w'aviira okugamba ekyo ekigambo just know really abeera akwagala ate ng'akitegeeza naye abakyala simanyi oba bakitwala batya n'abasajja abasinga obungi bagenda ne bakitwala mu mbeera nti
obamuyaye Sister Sharif, I'm going to ask you to make
okay, Sheikh. Kale, bye.
Thank you. Kadde kamukutte nanga kadde kankutte. We shall have more time, inshallah, but let us give her a chance. Oh, there is someone. Gwe ngenda okusaba akubuuzeko obubuuza tugende. Yes, Farid.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Brenda, waliwo ebireekaana. Could you mute the other?
Like if you have experience about that, you can tell.
Can you hear me?
Even if he was interested in you, okay?
Can you hear me?
Right now?
Okay.
Yes. So, badengamba. Ensonga enkuteko nyo cause we an experience solo kogera. I can tell if a guy is interested in you and he all along you've been seeing all the signs and yeah, of course ngalagamu signs they study direct. You are the perfect person for him. But then the moment you tell him, you can see a chuka. So kati gye tulimu omusajja abamanyi togenda ogamba buli omu ky'obaagala bannange kiruma you can at least ogamba let me not risk telling a guy that feeling all the time you see him otegeera. So at the end of the day twesanga nga abakyala abasinga at the end of the ogenda ne guy nga yasinga okwagala, this is because yeyagamba. Kati n'abasajja n'agenda n'omuwala nga because yamwegambidde, even if omuwala tamwagala nnyo. Kati n'osanga zo comments n'osanga mu bafumbo oli n'agamba gayi takyampuliriza biki omukyala tanjagala bungi. This is because oli like expressing your heart to them, they take it for granted. Ayagala oli gwe yeetandikira, otegeera. So society wetu weeri at the end of the day abawala alinda oli oba gayi mubi oba he's not namwegambira then nalyoka akkiriza. So I think that's the point.
And
Sister Sharifa,
I would like to tell Farida there is a whole topic about this that I would love to start up. Actually, it has just given me a push because nobody else has ever talked about it until her. Where nga wannyonnyodde nti oluusi tugenda n'abantu betutatandyagadde genda nabo, but just because be bali available or just because they're the ones who have approached us, netugamba katugende owayo nzulira okaddiye nina emyaka 34 namaleka genda, but not because that is actually the person you would have loved. And that is the beginning of an unhappy marriage, because it's always the foundation. It is always how it started. It is always where it came from, because most of the issues in our marriage stem from the past. And her example was a perfect one. Awo obufumbo butandikira otunyiga already ogenze n'omusajja anti batugamba basenga ojja mwagalirayo tofaayo gwe genda genda okaddiye gwe ojja otuukeeyo omusajja n'akulema okwagala 3 months in ng'oyagala si byangu bannaye. But I love the fact that she highlighted it in that way, that otuti okugamba abantu batwagala nti bannange gundi nkwagala bikinoti okumugamba kati oli wajja yenagamba nkwagala oba olusaasaaga gwe n'ogenda. But that sounds like terrible.
Coach Sharifa, I think we need a specific day for this. Nange nabye nekanze wano like that thing of go wangamba chinkuwala because I'm wondering why a man would say that. Kagamba
Right.
But twisted okubanga kati china kufuuka kibonerezo okuba nti yakugamba.
Right.
We need a whole talk to extract more information from people. I believe people here have experiences. If it's okay with you and it's okay with the audience, we're going to talk with Sister Sharifa to see if we can make a topic about at least the talk around that. Mubange inshallah. Sister Sharifa, the time is yours to wrap up, inshallah.
Okay. I know to have the Dakomulamwa, go to settings for our talk, but I would love to just go back there briefly and remind you, I will talk slowly. Abakyala mutera okuwuliriza. I'm not taking sides, but ebafe bagamba muwulirize omusajja mukole bwoti naye abaami teri abagambako.
Ani agambye mubaayo?
Group zammwe tuziraba ze mubeeramu ku WhatsApp, tuziraba bye mubeeramu tubiraba.
No, ffe tulina just enneegamba yanjawulo. I think we also need to talk about this to really share ffe batubuulirira batya, because abakyala mwogera nnyo tebatugamba. It's not the same way gye batugamba naye nga batugamba. So inshallah sigenda kukkiriza bigambo bye.
Kankubuuzayo ekibuuzo kimu, nsaba nkubuuzayo ekibuuzo kimu. Mu bye babagamba baali babagambyeko nti omukyala bw'oba okomyewo ewaka n'omusanga mu ffumbiro omuyambako okwoza ebintu oba omuyambako n'ofumba naye emmere babibagamba?
Ebyo bye twogera bulijjo mu jjuma mwe temukyala jjuma bakyala.
That is very hard to believe because
bangamba n'ebisukkakaawo ebyokuyamba kati simanyi mmwe basajja ki bye musifumbirwa bye musanga eyo
But omanyi wenkyogera bwe ntyo, most of the men, their ego is too big that they don't even want to hear it. Ngagamba ntandika ntya naye nze okukwata akakuuta ne sabbuuni ntandika ntya. But the reason I say it is because it is happening in my own marriage. Housework chores are shared. Like tekiriko nti I'm a man, nze soza bintu. and abasajja bagala nnyo okukozesa sunna ya nabbi mu kuwasa abakazi abaana naye abo yo sunna eyo tebajagala, but again we shall get a day for that.
Kale
Let me
yesu
wrap up.
akikola ne tujikole mwe bali tukubiriza. Sorry for interrupting.
Badde nsaba abaami muwulirize abakyala nkimanyi bo bawulira because this is like a thing.
Tebakyawuliriza nga bwe batandika kiri kyogambye tebikyali biri nabo tebawuliriza kati ffenna tugambe lumu. Bannange munonde kuwe mupiwa mmendi mubakiikirira.
Nategedde olina ekigendererwa nategedde but mbadde nsaba muwulirize nti the only peace you will find in your marriage, the only peace you're going to find in your marriage is the peace you bring to your marriage. There is no magic that is going to bring that peace. Your experience of trials and tribulations in your marriage is proportional only to your own individual spiritual shortcomings. I know tuli bantu buntu. Kyova olabanga every now and then tubajjukiza buli omu okwekubamu ka torch. Tereeza w'obadde okyamyamu osobole okutwala ewaka emirembe gy'onoonya n'omukyala aleete emirembe ewaka gy'anoonya. Tojja gamba nti onoonya mirembe naye ng'omusajja aba ayitira ati ne yeewoma akasepiki. Mirembe ki gy'ogenda okufuna nga n'ewaka togiteekawo? This is what we are doing right now in Ramadan. Kizibu, it's happening to some, but kizibu okusanga ajja okugamba nti nze mu Ramadan omusajja abadde antulugunya, omukazi abadde antulugunya. Kizibu. You have clearly brought this peace right now in Ramadan because many of us have changed. So if you want this to continue after Ramadan, you know what to do. You know what to do. If you want to succeed in half of your deen, you need to know that marriage is one of the primary battlegrounds for dealing with your demons. So, obufumbo bukujjirayo buli kimu. Waliwo omukazi agamba nti nali simanyi nti nsobola okulwana. Naye kyenkola omusajja oyo tuba mukwekuba bikonde essaawa 4. Awo otandika okumanya nti okay, so this is part of who I am. I need to work on this. It's very unhealthy. Kino lino kirwanako. Obufumbo bukujjirayo character y'omuntu. Obufumbo bukujjirayo emize gye wali omanyi nti toyina. So marriage, I know as much as it brings to the surface every flaw and every blemish, your partner serves as a mirror meanwhile in all this. But if you're looking to complete half of your faith, please be ready for the best internal struggle. Twebuulirire. So awo waka wenja okukoma mbajjukize nti everything is possible. If you want a good marriage, you're the only person who can create it. Gwe n'omukyala, omwami ne munne, you're the only two people who can bring that into your marriage. And all it takes is for you to make that decision. It's, you know what? I don't like how we are. So let's do something about it. Awo kawe tutandikira because we are all a work in progress. Ebirala byonna bijja luvannyuma. Okyusaamu mpola, and before you know it, Allah aba tusaasidde ekintu nga kikutteyo. Baside chick.
Mashallah. I think that was very, very brilliant. See, Tetola Kuko was Sister Sharifa. You come handy. Saba Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala kuwemo bulungi with that wisdom. Conversation jotu was very wonderful. Abantu bafunyemu ze mfunyemu bengi. Saba Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala wasobya tusonyiwe tutegeeze ebirimu atatugase nabyo. Nze kyentutemu ng'omuntu kuba nti weekyusa then change eyo neerabika ewa muno. Bwe bukyenkya n'onyiiga naye ajja kunyiiga, so you have to work on yourself. Akasembeddeyo ddala kugamye nti ebintu byakusalawo n'ogamba nze I don't like how we are, kakati nkyusa. I find that very, very profound. Wadde oyogedde bingi nnyo ebikulu. Bana Njaba Saba, this has been streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You can share the link. This is information. This is good information. Bamutaji sasanye, we're not going to have better people. Kalimbade Nsaba to take time, share the information, let other people listen. Empera no mugaso, bibune buli omu. Thank you, Sister Sharifa. Thank you, everyone. Azze n'abanafe olwalero. Thank you, Aita. Sophie has been watching from the background. I know why you're going to now. Naye tujja mufuna mu budde waffe tofaayo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.